Card, it's been a while since I've seen your eyes light up for an 18-year-old young man before, and I think it's long overdue for you to get some excitement through your bloodstream right now. Quinn Costello is one of the biggest risers in prep basketball right now. He was showing out at the NBPA camp. He was one of the last invites at that event. He almost did not get an invite, and I think he was like a late ad. And apparently, he was one of the best performers of the entire week. There are a bunch of new offers floating in for Mr. Costello, including offers from Purdue, Michigan State, and Maryland. He had an Illinois offer, I believe, going into this week, so they're in the mix as well. But it's not just Big Ten schools. There's a bunch of schools around the country that now want Quinn Costello. Quinn Costello is a 6'10" forward. You're probably a little more familiar with him, honestly, than I am, just because I know you've been paying attention since the Michigan State offer dropped. But he is listed as a power forward. 24/7 still has him as a three-star. That's going to change based on how he played this week. He'll end up cracking the top 100 in basically all consensus recruiting databases. But I'll let you speak to me on his game. But first, Cart, I'd love for you to just look the camera in the eyes. And I think Michigan State fans need to see your genuine excitement about a player for the first time in a while.
Yes, come on now. Come on now, Thomas. I saw you at the first day of the camp. I know you had to dip out to go to the LPGA tour the next day in Grand Rapids, but you were at that first day. And this is what I like, all right? The Divines, the Trey Force, those are cutesy. We're still Michigan State. I think we still need to go after big massive targets like this. And honestly, there is a lot to like about Quinn Costello's game. Obviously, he's 6'10". He has the ability to stretch the floor, shoot the ball. But like a lot of the stuff that he does, like what playing on the UAA circuit with which by the way is still the funniest like team name of all time, is the Middlesex Magic, who are very, very good on that UAA circuit. I think actually CJ Cox for Purdue was a Middlesex Magic player, but in any regard, um, I think he has some stuff that's underrated him as an athlete. Obviously, him having the size of 6'10", but he's got some transition stuff in here that's really nice to see. Dunking the ball, playing above the rim, while also having the ability to, shoot the basketball, be like that skilled 6'10" forward that, he made a jump in these recent weeks. I think is a lot of people what they're saying. I think there's also another level that he can reach. Also, based off just looking at headshot, all-time Michigan State headshot face, I must say.
So I'm intrigued that you went there because I had a joke to make about that, but it's kind of fringe if I should make it or not. I wasn't sure if I
The,
should, but
my dog Quinn is serving light skin face on all these picks.
okay, interesting. Yeah, that wasn't my takeaway. You know, I'm a big headshot guy. I just feel like wherever he decides to go, he'd be best served choosing a program that operates itself where they keep it in the family. Because off his headshot, it feels like that's been his family's approach.
How so?
They've kept it in the family for generations, I think
Oh,
that's
you
how
think so?
yeah, I think so. So Quint I like Quint Costello's game, man. I do. I think so is the pitch here just like big stretch four? Or is it like 6'10" three wing, small forward that's just like
I think
taller
it's
than
I
that?
think I think it's stretch four.
Because I don't really think he's physical enough to play the four at Michigan State.
It'd be interesting to see like who he's paired next to, because I mean I know I'm not saying he's the most physical player of all time, but like even for a player that is more of a finesse 6'10", like he still rebounds pretty well. He averages like 8 rebounds a game on the circuit. So it's like
Yeah,
it's
true.
not like he's completely just out physically matched, I think. So like I see him more as just like this 6'10" forward stretchy that can also like rebound the basketball.
He's a big time athlete. I think just in my head, he's more of a three because of the way he plays offensively. Like he kind of like comes off screens looking to shot hunt as if
Yeah.
he's a smaller player. But
And he
like,
like attacks from the wing in transition. It's not like run to the front of the rim type stuff. It's like I'm running the wing, give it to me. I'm about to punch on somebody.
I don't think this kid would ever get a post touch in his career. I think he is a perimeter oriented wing. He just so happens to be 6'10". In that sense, I think he's like more Sam Decker than he is like Joey Hauser. This video is brought to you by NBA 2KLab.com. 2K Lab worked with us last summer as well. They're one of our favorite entities in all of sports Gaming. We want to show you their college basketball stadium locator challenge game. And I'm going to share a screen right now as we do this. South Carolina, South Carolina, bang. Oh,
Ooh,
okay, that's pretty good. Next, North Carolina. Why are we only getting the Carolinas?
please
Bang.
lock in.
St. John's, that's New
New
York.
York.
Bang.
Where's New Jersey?
We're on fire. Colorado. I actually don't know what state Colorado is.
It's it's in Colorado. There's a state of
Is that
Colorado.
this one?
It's to the right of Phoenix.
Anyway, you get the picture. This game's really fun. They've got more games as well, like Guess the NBA Player, Mystery Fantasy Draft, and more. Stay tuned for all of the college football content and games that they'll be putting together to help you get the best experience out of college football 26. Back to the video, right? Like, if we're
Mhm.
going Big Ten, tall, big wing shooters, that's sort of the pitch. I like him. So I think it was who was it? It might have been 24/7 or somebody, one of those big accounts that was in attendance at the MBPA camp, said that he was literally the biggest riser of the week. No player helped himself more with his stock than him. He came in pretty much unprecedented, unheralded, one of the lowest rated players at the event, and came out one of the best players at the event. So I think you're going to see all of these sites that rank him as a 3-star overreact almost, and I wouldn't be surprised if he cracks the top 50. Maybe I shouldn't even call that an overreaction. Maybe that's just what he deserves. He only had Harvard, Brown, George Washington, Fairfield, Stanford offers at the end of 2024. And then since then, he's rattled off Notre Dame, Vanderbilt, Minnesota, Illinois, Iowa, Virginia Tech, Penn State, all leading up to the camp last week. At the camp last week, he picked up Boston College, Michigan, Purdue, Texas, Michigan State, Syracuse, Providence, Texas A&M. So he's still not blue blood caliber, I would say, but a lot of schools with
I,
interest in the Big Ten here
I
after.
am absolutely shocked he doesn't have a Duke offer.
Really?
Yeah, I just think that this is
Just the
he.
headshot talking again?
I mean, honestly, like this is like the Matthew Hurt, the TJ Power, what they wanted him to be of the world. Like that is this type of guy. I think is he from Boston?
He's from Boston, yeah.
Yeah, like I cannot believe he doesn't have a Duke offer.
Yeah, he is going to be a fascinating player wherever he ends up because it's rare you see a guy that was sort of unheralded just sort of have one weekend that changes everything. Not to give you PTSD, but that's sort of what happened to Xavier Booker, right? He was like, nobody knows. Now he's a top 5 player in the country. I don't think Quinn Costello had that good of a week, but you are buying that this is for real and this is going to translate far beyond just one week, right?
Yeah, so I don't think that he's a top 15 guy in the class or anything like that. But he strikes me as a guy that can be in like that 28 range, something like that. Was he actually I think he was playing with Mingo and Ertl.
Oh, really? Oh, at the
Yeah, I believe so. So like yeah, he
it's
was.
easy to look good when you're playing next to.
I mean, it was perfect. Like it was literally like it was Mingo and those guys like in the pick and roll and like he was like pick and popping, getting out and running. But yeah, I think he was on that team with Mingo and Ertl.
I don't mean that as a dig because Michigan's after this kid too, but genuinely, I think at these events sometimes who you're playing with matters, and if you
Yeah,
got somebody like
They might have switched up teams though, because I'm seeing some stuff with him with those guys, but also like with some other guys at the other parts of the clip.
if you couldn't tell by now, and again, Michigan offered him, so this is not slander just because Michigan State likes him. I don't think I'm a huge Quinn Costello believer. I think he had a great week at this camp, and he's really good, and I see the vision for him. He's got a great shot. He's big, sure, shooter with size. Anyone should take him. Like Purdue was talking about, maybe this is our Trey Thompson backup. I think Trey Thompson's just way better than Quinn Costello. I don't think the Blue Bloods are actually going to get here with him. Maybe I'm wrong on that. If there is a player he reminds me of most, it is a former Michigan State player. Any guesses?
I don't even know if I want to guess this.
This is Kenny Kaminsky 2.0.
Kenny Kaminsky was like 6'5".
No, he was not.
Yes, he was.
No, he was not.
Yes, he was.
6'8", 225.
He was 6'5".
He was 6'8", sir, and he came in, I think, a top 100-ish player with some expectations. Look at this big jumbo wing shooter, and
I
it
love
just
Kenny
didn't fully work
Kaminsky
out.
dead in his eyes.
Kenny Kaminsky was there my years at Michigan State, and I always really believed in him. I thought he was going to end up really good. I think he had a good year at Ohio at some point, but
I think Ball State is what it was.
Ohio.
Oh, was it Ohio?
Yeah, he's had 12.6 points a game at Ohio as a junior. That was his best year.
Good on him.
He shot 49% from three at Michigan State his freshman year.
Yeah. Was he a top 100 kid?
Kenny?
Yeah.
I think by some services.
I
The
mean,
basketball reference thing has him 98.
yeah, ESPN is 86. So yeah, I guess that's 6'7". Okay.
Yeah, 93rd per 24/7. That's my comp. I think this is Kenny Kaminsky 2.0, which I don't know what to do with that because I think Kenny could have ended up really good at Michigan State if he didn't transfer.
You
So
want to know what would have made him really good at Michigan State?
what's that?
Yes.
I don't know.
If he was 6'10".
Okay, 6'10" Kenny Kaminsky we like.
Yeah, like